Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Underground Gospel Show. My name's Knight, and I'm going to be performing some songs, some gospel songs that instrumentally, because our motto is be instrumental. In fact, I need to put a banner to scroll across the bottom of this. I haven't seen myself yet, so I hope that I'm looking okay. It looks like I'm a little cut off as far as the top of my head, but I'm not bald. I actually have hair. So if you believe that. We're unmuted. Do I have flashing lights? Check. Yes, I have flashy lights. I'm by my onesies tonight. I have no patio full of adoring fans. And I don't have a moderator tonight, so I'm running the show by myself again. So and it looks like it's okay because I don't seem to have any views at this point either. And it's funny, I've never figured out where the eyeballs are coming from. Because I do have views on Twitch and I do have views on I saw I had 19 views on last night's show on YouTube, which is pretty good. But I think this is coming from Facebook. So nobody on Facebook yet. And I think I am streaming on Facebook. I see the Facebook icon, so that's cool. Anyway, so this is a safe place to hang out. Want to touch that? Few little housekeeping tips. There's no swearing or trolling in the chats. Everybody's friendly. If you're not a fan of Jesus, if you're not a fan of Christian music, if you're not a fan of what I'm doing, you can just leave. There's other channels. I mean, literally, there's there's hundreds of channels on your cable if you still have that. There's tens of thousands of live channels going on right now between Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. So you have other things to watch but me. So there's no reason to troll here. I don't see any messages yet. I do see that we have some eyeballs, so that's kind of cool. If you like what you hear, subscribe. Just go ahead and smash down the subscribe, smash down the like if you're in Facebook, on Twitch. Um, if you like what I'm doing, if you want to support me at all with a cup of coffee, we have a tip code right over here, and that's not a tip like you would do for a somebody walking around at a bar. This is a thanks in performance. So if you think what I'm doing, if you want to support me in any way, just send me a buck or two. Send me a cup of coffee once a month. If you want to find out some more about that, we have ongoing patronage over on my website at nightmusic.com. You can go there for show times, for links, for cool garments that say Jesus in multiple languages. We have lyrics, we have contact emails, we have live show information. We have 2 weeks out from starting some live shows. We have a wedding in a week. That's kind of private event, I guess, and then we have um, two shows. One in Lebanon at the Nettie Jacobs Festival, and then we have another one up in Red Bowling Springs at the Folk Medicine Festival. So we'll be doing both of those, which will be kind of exciting. I've never been to Red Boiling Springs. Um, let's see. I don't sing, even though I have a microphone. That's just so that you can hear me when I chit chat because I do that a lot. And this is so God can actually speak to your heart. If you want to learn the lyrics, once again, night-music.com. All the lyrics for the songs are there. You go and it's all alphabetical. You can even, suggest a playlist, and I could probably do your playlist. That would be kind of fun. Actually, I should probably say, hey, send me any donation and I'll get your playlist learned and on the air. And dedicated to you. Might even dedicate a show to you. How about that? Could do that. But I'm not going to do that because, I mean, seriously, I'm not the type of person like, please send me money. This isn't that type of ministry. Even though it costs a lot to put it on, that's okay. It's at this point a labor of love, and we're just hoping that it grows. There's sponsorship opportunities, and I just want to explain what that is real quickly. These shows are going to stay on YouTube. They're going to stay up there for forever. I mean, it's going to last. It's already lasted longer than MySpace. But needless to say, these shows are going to stay up there. Now, Twitch, they fall off. Facebook, no one knows what Facebook's is doing. But we know that on YouTube, they're going to stay up there. So if you do want to sponsor the show, it's very affordable right now. But the thing is, think of the longevity. Think of whatever you're selling over the next few years as this program grows, you're going to be one of the original sponsors and people are going to click on you and see you because the thing with YouTube is you watch old episodes for people to see where they've come from, And trust me, we've come a long way. This is the 32nd episode of this show that we've done right now. And compared to the first ones, oh my goodness, we've come a long way. Also, if you'd like me to come to your city or your church or your event, please let me know. I know that we're going to be in California later this year. We're going to be in Hawaii later this year, which is kind of exciting. We're already looking at places all throughout the Southeast. So, yeah, if you would like, we'd like to come. So, what I'm going to do now is flip the page and go into the set list. Um, and I need to throw this up a little bit. So um, I'm going to do the same set that I've done a couple of other times. We're we're preparing for a live show, and so the people at the live show have never seen it. If you're watching older episodes, you've probably seen these songs in order before. So I'm sorry about it, but they're getting better, So anyway, hope you enjoy. Sorry about that, Jazzlick, but I had an itch. And when you're playing guitar and you have an itch right here, and there's nothing you can do about it except let it just kind of burrow into your face because, yeah, anyway, so that's what happened. Yes, that was called "To God Be the Glory." We had the thing that was messing me up is I have a little flash over here that tells me when new people are coming in. So we would have two people, and then one person, then two people, and then three people, and then one people. So I sent out a bunch of voicemail, or not voicemails, but text messages. So I don't know who's coming in, and nobody's sending me any comments, so I can't tell who it is yet. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. I haven't done this song in about a month. Now it's a Christmas song, so what better to do on this gorgeous, beautiful night? I hope wherever you are, it is as gorgeous as it is here in Tennessee right now. This is literally, I mean, if God can cut and paste this every single day, I would never get bored of it ever. So. Oh, that was fun. Anyway, so I'm going to play a little slower one here. This is called Be Now Thy Vision. It's an Irish song. Ah, yes. That's called Be Now Thy Vision. And once again, I hope you have a vision. I hope you have a vision of heaven. I hope you have a vision of what your future is. I hope you have a vision of what your future is with Jesus. There's a song by the band Kane that I just heard, and it's called Yes He Can. And I think it's so amazing because, many times in my life when I get down and I get sad and I get depressed, and today was one of them. We had some we've had some things going on at the place where I work my day job, that are kind of tough. There's not a lot of creatives who work there. I mean, there's none as far as I can tell. I mean, everybody in fact even mentions that I might be the only creative in the entire company. Um and so, but they're running creative contests. And they're like, okay, well, we're running this contest or that contest. And of course, I jump on them because, there's gift cards and I need gear. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm going to jump on the contest. And then they have an announcement date, when they're supposed to announce the winner. And what they always announce, though, is that we didn't get enough submissions. So we're going to run the contest for another week or two and see if we can get some more submissions in. And I'm just like, okay. So you just I don't know what else to do. I've submitted what I want. I know people who voted. I've talked to people, and they're all, they voted for me. And I think that's kind of one of the problems is, let's say you have five things you can vote on. It's going to be like 1, 0, 0, 19, and 1. And so they're like, well, that's just not fair. So yeah, unfortunately, and you should read these other ones. That's, I've had people, I had a couple of people that said that, yeah, I already voted and I voted for yours because it was the best one. So, what do you do with that? Anyway, um, this is a song. You know what? I'm just going to do another slower song, and this is just to praise God, because I know that even though I get frustrated, and even though I get down, and even though I get, a little upset because it's tough, because I realize we were all created, in my belief, we were all created by a creator to be creative, and they trade their creative ability for a job, and they do the same thing day after day after day, and then they just live for a video game, or a time off, or to go fishing, or to do something that's not at work, and so they don't even participate, in anything that goes on at work, because they just, it's nothing but a paycheck. And so I hope that they can someday realize the power of praise. And that's what this song's about. Ah, let's see, what am I going to play? Oh, you know what? Here we go. Yes, because Jesus paid it all. Okay, so we're about 20 minutes in the show. It's a little bit different than I've done before. Also, once again, I want to say that hey, if you do like what you're saying, and I've had a couple of people that have sent some tips, boom, and thank you so much because they just scan that little QR code right there and goes straight to PayPal. And sometimes you don't lose my feed. If you're watching this on a phone, you just might lose my feed. So, oh well. So go ahead, scan it, open up PayPal, and then come back to the feed. Then you can, send me something afterwards. I won't actually see it till after the show anyway, so that's fine. I'm gonna do another one that's a little Irish song, and this is one of my friends. I haven't seen her in probably a decade, but I used to play banjo, and I used to play this song for her on banjo, and she just got tickled completely when I did it. So she said it was one of her favorite songs. So this is for my friend, my little intern friend, who I don't talk to anymore. So yes, come thou font of every blessing. And I hope you feel that way. I mean, when you guys are watching this, I see that we only have a couple of people watching right now. But I know in my heart that down the road there will be thousands and thousands and thousands who watch the old episodes. And this is an old episode. And I just want you to know how great it is to be able to know where all the blessings come from. There's this thing called prayer, and when prayer gets answered, you should have this thing called praise. And that's the other side of prayer. It's kind of like a flip coin. One side of it is asking for things, and the other side is thanking for the things that you have, because they all come. The whole story about Jesus owns the cows on the hills, and quite frankly, he kind of owns the hills too. In fact, he created the hills, and that's why I love calling him the creator. The Word of God. He spoke the world into existence, and I think a lot of times, you'll see people and they just curse and they cuss, and they're speaking this world into existence that they're complaining about because they're speaking it into existence. And I'm kind of like, guys, don't you get it? I mean, if you change what comes out of your mouth, you're going to change the circumstances in your life. And sometimes they just don't get it. Um, so anyway, once again, praise, and you want to praise God. Um, in fact, I'm going to do one right now by Darlene Check. This is one I was really fortunate on Hillsong. I work with a group called Hillsong out in LA, and I was watching some videos of them earlier today, and it's just like I love my friends so much. Um, but I was watching and I missed them. Oh my gosh. Oh well, I got text going on. I thought I'd turn that off. Anyway, that wasn't a Star Trek communicator. Well, it was, but that's my text tone. I'm a nerd. So needless, you should see this setup that I have here. I mean, in fact, that's one of the things I wrote down is that I'm going to put down all the gear that I have to make this thing happen because I got some pretty cool stuff. And so next time that you see the ending credits, it's going to list the gear. And in fact, I'm going to place the gear stuff on the descriptions so that people can know that they can go to uh, or what I'm using to put this on because it's kind of impressive. I mean, it takes me about 20 minutes to set up and it takes me about 5 minutes to tear down, but it's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's mics and amps and mixers and cameras and tripods and mic stands and computers and not monitors and no live people in the crowd. So anyway, where was I going with that? I was going to do a song. So I hope you're having fun watching this. I really do. I think I'm going to do this one that was written by Martin Luther. He wrote this song about 500 years ago during another pandemic. Believe it or not, that was called the Black Plague. And so, yes, that was a mighty fortress is our God. And the whole little like weird thing that happened there. So I had a bug fly in my ear. So we're shooting this outside, and there's critters out here in Tennessee. Where I am, we've seen foxes, we've seen skunks. There was turkey down the street. Yeah, there's critters out here, and there's some flying stuff. We're expecting cicadas next month. So next month, I'm going to have this chorus of like the creepiest looking bugs you've ever seen in your life. But anyway, so that's going to be happening next week, or I'm sorry, yeah, next month. But when I was doing this, I was thinking about the fact I used to run monitors for a guy by the name of Ronnie Millsap, a really famous country act, and he's blind. And so he was playing. We were at SEMO, which is the Southeast Missouri Festival, on a coveted Monday night gig. Which you got to love those Monday night gigs. But needless to say, he was playing and there was a moth, like a bat moth, it was like one of these big giant moths. And so he's playing and he's just blah, 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 and it comes down and it hits him in the head. And he's just like shakes it off and continues playing. And now everybody is watching the moth because he's flying around back and forth and all this other stuff. And everybody's watching. And, we're on the cruise like, do I have a bat midden or a baseball bat or something that I can do to, and then it comes down and hits him in the head again. And he just, shakes it off and continues on because he's a professional. So anyway, he's playing there and he comes down for another one and he just hits that thing and it's just like boom into dust. doesn't miss a lick, doesn't miss a beat, right on with the set, and the crowd goes wild. There's like, yeah. So later on, we're on the bus, and I'm like, okay, seriously, that was cool. How did you know where he was? He goes, I could hear the vibrations of the sound from his wings. And so he just basically he sent that to meet Jesus. And I don't know if there's bugs in heavens, but Jesus gives him new bodies, so he's probably a unicorn now. Or something really cool. Maybe a Pegasus. I'm not sure. Anyway, that was my last song. And I wanted to tell you a little story on the way out. So we're going to run some credits here. We just want to say, hey, blessings to you. Please send me a text. And I never did run the little comment thing or the banners. So let me put a banner here that can tell you where to go. And you can actually go to email me at guitarforjesus@musician.org. How cool of a name is that? So anyway, guitarforjesus@musician.org. So go ahead and send me an email and let me know what I can pray for you about and what I can praise for you about. And send me some songs and I can maybe do a show for you. How cool would that be? You could say episode 45 of the Gospel Music Show or the Underground Music Show was the Underground Gospel Show was for me. And I tell you what, honestly, they're all for you. So God bless you and good night. Haha. Get how I did that. Good night. Yeah. Here we go. Where's my end credits? Oh, there.